Coming to you all the way from Norfolk, Virginia.
I
Go
want
on
that
podcast.
outfit. Sorry. You can't
Molly,
put on
that's
Taylor
so
Swift.
rude.
You can't put on Taylor Swift videos and expect me not to comment.
Coming to you all the way from Norfolk, Virginia. Go on podcast presents How Embarrassing with Molly and Jeff.
I forgot I was
Oh my God!
not working anymore.
All right, here we go. We're going to go for real. You ready?
Okay.
Okay.
Testing.
Coming to you all the way from Norfolk, Virginia. Go on podcast presents How Embarrassing with Molly and Jeff.
How embarrassing!
How embarrassing.
How embarrassing!
Molly's too loud.
Molly's
too loud.
What's up?
Can you turn down my headphones?
You guys stop the music, Molly. It doesn't stop by itself. Don't hit a different button.
I didn't mean
Stop
to.
taking my chair.
I have meaty paws.
I'm supposed to sit there
Well,
because you can't handle it.
Why didn't you say trade me?
Because once you sit down, it takes an hour for you to get back up.
That's literally not true.
I mean, I guess that sounds like a fat joke. It's because of all the
like a fat
furniture.
joke.
It's all
You
the
fat
furniture
slob.
and
First
Mike's
of all,
here.
I don't care.
When Molly
Who
sits on the
knows
couch, she
if
sits
I'm
around the
chubby.
couch.
Shut up. Anywho, welcome to How Embarrassing. It's a podcast about all of our embarrassing lives. My name is Molly.
And I'm Jeff.
Oh, wow. And we are in the studio today. Let me tell you, it's distracting me because Matt Cole has decided to put on Taylor Swift music videos. I just had a milkshake that tasted bad and a cup of coffee that tastes okay. And Jeff, have you fucked up your life recently?
No.
What? You don't have
All
any
right.
embarrassing stories?
No.
Thanks for listening to How Embarrassing Podcast. Go on
Okay,
Podcast
that's a
Production.
wrap for us. How Embarrassing with Molly and Jeff. You heard it here first. We're not embarrassing anymore.
What about our guests? They're
I
here
have
too.
hair in my mouth.
I'm still embarrassing.
Oh!
Yay!
Yeah,
They're
today,
back.
Today we have them back and better than ever. They hiked the AT again and came back with even more stories.
You
We've
can do
got-
it much faster the second time.
Yeah.
We've got
took a couple
Billy.
weeks.
We've got Billy and Pigpen with us today in the studio again.
You're supposed to hit the applause button. You are really bad at this.
Yeah.
I just
It's a
want
live
to. I
studio
just want
audience.
this to be done. Can we switch my seat because you're?
You can
being
actually
too
move
mean.
this thing over to him.
You're being
I
too
already
mean
have
to me.
things on my lap. I'm already holding
Look at that.
something.
There it goes. Dead air.
Molly, you didn't have anything embarrassing. You didn't tell a story. So why are you acting like I should have had one? What are you doing? I don't like this. Stop. What are you doing?
He's
I broke it.
She's tickling Jeff's feet.
Why don't you
listeners.
just... Oh, my God.
Talk! All right.
You are...
Okay, so here's the thing with podcasting: when someone's doing something, everyone else can actually talk
Yeah.
and fill that space. You don't have to sit and watch me do something.
Oh
and say,
my God.
you're fucking up. You're stupid.
Molly, you've learned so much under my tutelage.
I know.
That is
toot
so-
toot, motherfucker.
I am so proud of you. I remember saying the exact same thing to y'all like 3 years ago,
Yeah.
and you're like, I don't get that concept. What's dead air?
I said dead air, more like woke air.
We're working on that one. We're
Dead
working on
air,
that one.
more like Fred Astaire. Let's dance, buddy.
All right, so I have an embarrassing story.
Okay, yeah.
which
what
we
have you
talked a
been
little
up
bit
to
about
lately?
it. So apparently last night I got pretty drunk and apparently became a predator and took a special lady friend down to this podcast basement. And I recorded a podcast pilot in air quotes. There's nothing sexual, nothing funny going on. But we just listened to a little snippet, but it started off like this, where I was like all giggly and drunk and saying, oh, this is your audition.
It like
Yeah.
made it sound so weird to do
It's creepy.
like you're just like listening like yeah is your audition.
Yeah, I was being very flirty and silly, but it is super duper embarrassing.
Yeah.
And I actually should delete it.
It is kind of spooky around the corner.
Yeah,
It's very spooky.
That's why we call it the podcast dungeon. 'cause
It's kind of spooky around the
it
corner.
looks like some people died in here. But it was very innocent. Like, she stopped by, she had to pee. And so I let her pee upstairs, and she's like, "Oh, I've never been in the house before. Can you show me around?" And I took her straight down to the
straight
basement.
downstairs and decided to record an audition.
On the couch.
I love it when I'm wasted and I have to pee and someone records me as an audition.
I didn't record the pee, I don't think. I'll check the tape.
Let's check the tape.
Check the tapes.
Roll it back. Roll it back. No, I feel like there's probably... So we had Thanksgiving since we recorded last.
Oh, yeah.
Did anything
Didn't we already talk
embarrassing?
about this?
Yeah, we
Did
did
we?
actually. Yeah.
What the fuck day is it?
It's because Matt keeps putting. It was the day that we watched that one country guy.
Yeah.
See,
Oh my God.
we don't remember
wow.
anything, or we hardly talk. There's dead air now that we just have TVs on.
Yeah, screens are actually bad for your brain.
I know. Eventually, we'll be able to watch ourselves and also
That doesn't
see...
sound
That's
fun
even
either.
more
Yeah.
distracting.
No, we'll be able to see people like commenting on how much fun.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
Like
God.
a Twitch
Like
thing?
a Twitch live
We're
stream,
gonna
yeah.
Twitch?
Yep.
Wait, I don't... Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
We can
Did
Twitch.
you guys not know that was the
3
plan?
viewers.
I didn't know you were gonna Twitch us.
Yeah. That's the
I
plan.
thought we were just gonna like YouTubes.
we'll do both, any. Yes.
Okay.
They have the same
It's a
function
lot of
on like
work.
every social media.
It
where
is a
you
lot of
stream.
work, Jeff. I'm glad you recognize that. Thank you for recognizing
That's
me.
a lot.
True.
Cole does it all.
I do it all.
He's
does
a
it all.
real.
He does
He's a real
auditions.
Mr. Do It.
Anyways, that's my embarrassing story.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Molly got a tattoo on her ass.
Oh yeah, I got
I
a
love it.
tattoo on my
I
ass.
fucking love it.
Yeah, me
Looks
too.
pretty cool.
Thanks.
Are you allowed to say what it is?
Yeah, everybody. I got a tattoo on my ass that says "Who cares?"
Now, wait a minute. It doesn't even have a question mark.
I know. Yeah, the
So it's
guy
an
asked,
owl just caring.
the guy asked me if I wanted any punctuation, and I said not at this time.
And did you say, who cares? It's like, what font do you want? Who
Who
cares?
cares?
Yeah,
What does
font
it
is
look like?
So I actually did spend a really long time. Like he kept bringing back different fonts. I was like, I don't like that. Like less like this, and I was getting really picky about it.
That
and
is
then
hilarious.
I looked at the guy and I go, for someone who's getting "Who cares" tattooed on her ass, I feel like I'm really caring a lot. He was like, I wasn't gonna say it, but
You
That's
didn't figure
awesome.
out your typeface before going?
no.
Was it an impulsive thing, or is
I
it something
said-
you've always wanted?
It's something I've wanted for several years. And I always knew I wanted like a script font. I was like, I want it to be kind of girly, like a cursive-y font, but that's kind of all I had. And so yeah, I just was hit with the inspiration last weekend.
You're going to get a full sleeve?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a full
cheek?
I'm gonna get a cheek sleeve.
They say that's the ass is a painful place to get a tattoo.
Yeah, how painful was
You
it?
had an upper ass tattoo.
I thought it was
Yeah, I mean, it was
painless on the ass.
See, that's what I would think too, like, because it is so much meat there, you
Mhm.
know?
That's
like,
why it's
my
harder
tattoo
to-
that hurt the worst was my ribs because it's like bone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not anymore, but at the time I got my rib cage tattoo, it was much thinner. But yeah, for some reason, I guess ass hurts more
Oh,
than
wow.
you would
Hey.
think. But it was actually fine because it's on like my upper hip ass.
I want to get
That's
that chart
interesting.
tattooed on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking at a chart of tattoo pain for biological females. And let's see, where is yours? Yours is in like a medium pain area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yours is upper ass, so
Yeah.
it's
In the middle.
it looks like it gets more painful the closer you get to like your asshole.
Yeah, definitely.
Somehow that makes sense.
That does,
Right?
Yeah. I'm like,
I don't
I'm
like
trying
the
to
red
think.
dots on their veins, like in their.
in
Oh,
the-
like right around the
Elbow pit?
wrist.
Oh, like right in the
yeah,
elbow.
elbow pit.
Ooh, the wrist one sucks too.
It's called the antecubital fossa.
I don't
Whoa.
think
What?
that.
You're
yeah.
an
Hakuna
anti-cubical
Matata.
fossa.
It means no worries. I don't think I have any tattoos that are in the red.
Did they
zone.
draw nipples on this, or is that a painful zone?
I think it's painful.
I bet
painful
nipples would
zone.
suck to get tattooed.
Oh, yeah.
I had my nipples pierced. That was
Yeah.
super painful.
That's gross.
Yeah, that sounds
I
terrible.
passed out. It was mostly from the blood because like all the blood in my body rushed straight to 2 points on my body.
Oh my
And
god.
for some reason, actually, I talked to somebody recently who had their nipples pierced as well, and they had the same experience where like the piercer just walked away from them. The piercer guy just walked away from me and was like, "Yeah, whatever." Didn't even tell me to lay down and don't stand up. he didn't even recommend that. So I was just like, all right, what do I do now? And I stood up and then just boom.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my.
The same thing happened to her. I'm like,
How old were you?
20 something.
Did you bump your head?
No. It's the first time I ever had smelling salts.
No
That was
way.
crazy.
Holy
They have those
shit.
on hand, huh?
Yeah.
Can you cook with those? Add them to like a steak.
Smelling salt
Ooh,
bay.
Yeah.
that'd be very good.
It would taste
Wakes
like
up the
cat piss.
flavor.
Yeah.
Tastes like what?
Smelling salts smell like ammonia. Like it
Yeah,
smells like
yeah.
cat piss.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, any other pictures we want to look at?
I don't know. Will you Google penis?
Should we start the show?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
no, it's ad time.
Oh my
shit.
Remember
god.
how the show works?
We're not
No.
cutting all. Seabiscuit's calling you.
Oh, that's my little bro. Let's see what he's up
Why
to.
is his name Seabiscuit? in
Hey,
your
what's
phone?
up? You're on How Embarrassing.
You want to hear a really funny story that's really embarrassing?
Yes.
Oh, perfect.
So the last week, me and Mom have been smelling something dead in her kitchen, you know?
Yeah.
And every day, Dad would come in and be like, "I don't smell it. What do you guys mean?" And we searched under the oven, searched under the washing machine, all this shit, right?
Yeah.
So this morning, Dad tore apart our entire kitchen. He unscrewed all the cabinets, pulled them all off the wall, was shop backing behind everything. He didn't find anything, you know?
Yeah. Wait, he took the cabinets off the walls?
Yeah, he would screw the cabinets off the wall. He took the washing machine out against the wall. He took the oven against the wall. You
Okay.
know? And we were me and Mom were because Dad the whole week was, Dad, he's like, "I can't smell it." And we're like, "It smells horrible."
Yeah, he's just being like, you guys are being dramatic.
Yeah, so he got such vindication because he vacuumed behind every single cabinet. There was there's nothing here.
So that's
Mom
it?
just called me and said, "Jack, you're never gonna believe this." And I was like, "What?" She opened the oven. There has been a turkey breast in the oven. And she didn't open the fucking oven one time. Dad just texted me. He's like, "Yo, Jack, you're never going to believe this. It's not a mouse. It was Thanksgiving. I took apart your whole kitchen. At least it's
No
clean
one
now."
looked
Crazy.
in the oven?
Yeah, no. Of course not. And I was peeing my pants. I was like, "Dad, you have to tell Emily and Molly." And he never texted you guys, so I called both of you.
Oh my God. Well, now it's going to
They
be on the
were-
podcast.
Yeah, you need to call him right now because it is so fucking funny. I was dying. I was like, "Oh my God."
You guys are all fucking idiots.
Of course we are.
Yeah, what the hell? I mean, that's on all
dude,
of you,
think about it,
including
Molly.
your dad.
I'm Mom's biggest ally, and I'm the dumbest person I know.
That's true. You got a point there, Jack.
Bye-bye,
Oh,
Seabiscuit.
God.
Yeah, I'm hanging up because we got to
We
get
gotta
back to
go.
the pod.
We have a guest.
Yeah, of course.
We
I'm
gotta
sorry
start the
I interrupted,
pod.
but that is so fucking funny.
Have a lovely day.
All right, love you guys.
Love
Bye.
you. Bye.
Yeah.
Never a dull
That's
moment.
great.
Whenever I get a phone call from my brother, I immediately think either someone's dead or my brother has a wild story.
That was
'Cause
awesome.
Me and
That
my
was
brother
perfect
don't just
timing.
call each other.
Oh, wait, my brother's calling me.
Ring, ring.
Hello?
Hey, you piece of shit. Just wanted to call you to say fuck you.
Oh, you got an embarrassing story, Anfie?
No, just
Oh.
I wanted to say you're a piece of shit and I hate you.
What's your brother's name?
Anfie?
Amphi?
Yeah.
And?
His name is Anthony, but growing up, I called it Amphi.
Oh, stop it. That's too
You have
cute.
a call wait, Matt. You have a call waiting.
Oh, hello?
Hey, it's your Uncle Skipjack.
Hey, Uncle Skipjack. You got an embarrassing story for me?
Yeah, it's a real wild tale. It's about your mom.
Oh, no way. What happened to my mom,
yeah,
Judy Cole?
yeah. So it really stunk bad in the bedroom.
Yeah? Is that it?
Well, that's just the beginning. And we tore apart the whole floor, drywall off the walls,
Yeah.
pulled the plumbing out to check the clogs. Turns out she went to the other room, the smell followed her. She queefed her underpants.
Queefed her underpants.
Okay, well, see ya. See you, nephew.
See you, Uncle Skipjack. That was Uncle Skipjack's corner.
So at work, we're
That's
doing
his sister
this.
that he's talking about.
I
We're from West
actually
Virginia,
do
so-
have an embarrassing story.
Okay.
Oh my God,
we
Molly,
have so
you
many
gotta
things to
stop
get
talking.
From
No,
Big
we're
Ben
going to
and
skip the ad. We're going to
backwards
skip
there.
the ad because I'm
Okay.
going to say this real quick. At work, we were doing this thing where we all email baby
Mail
pictures,
Santa.
and you have to guess like whose baby picture is whose. And I searched in my phone like baby pictures because like you can. That's a feature on an iPhone now.
Yeah.
You can search like a word and it'll come up with all the
Right.
pictures
Yes.
on the phone.
I like that.
So I searched baby and 6 baby pictures of Jeff.
And I like don't know where she got these
I
photos.
have 6 baby pictures of Jeff and one of you.
Oh, baby picture of
And
me?
then another picture
Yeah.
pops out that was a picture of adult Hillary Stallings.
Full grown.
Like it was 6 Jeff baby pictures. One of Matt with like it's the ET picture.
Yeah.
How could you
was like
tell
8.
baby pictures from a modern picture of either of these two fellas? 'Cause
No,
they
you
both
can't.
look like little babies.
That's
still.
true.
Yeah.
They do look like
Thank you.
babies. You can tell by the date on the corner of the
Oh, okay.
pic.
That would
Yeah.
tell you.
Remember when pictures all had dates printed on them?
Yeah.
What a great feature.
That was
Oh,
a great
love it.
feature. I'm bringing it back.
All right, so we're skipping the ad? Let's just do
Skipping
like
the ad.
a
Let's get right into-
small ad?
I thought the phone call from your mom and Uncle Skipjack was the ad.
Okay, that was ad
That
corner.
call was sponsored by Corn.
That call was sponsored by Corn, friend of the
band?
pod.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the band. They had a cool mic stand.
Oh my God, Jeff. Oh my God. Just the creator of Dead Air.
They had a cool.
Jeff is
I made a statement and you all chose to not respond. to.
I don't get.
Jeff is where air goes to
mic
die.
stand.
Look at this.
Yeah, the same guy who designed the aliens in Alien made their mic stand.
H.R. Giger.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
made their mic
Whoa.
stand.
Wow.
Hey, Jeff, why don't you introduce the guests?
Hi. Hello, guest.
Are you hungover,
Hi.
Jeff?
I'm very hungover.
You're very allergic.
Did you go out
Mike
last night?
Eager.
You
I
were
went-
supposed to tell
I
me.
went to Push.
Did you go home after?
Yeah,
Okay. He was
Did you
supposed to tell
continue
me
to
if
drink?
he went out.
I did continue to drink. I went back to bourbon.
Yeah, the thing about going home is there's still alcohol at home.
That's a good thing about going home.
You're right.
So
Let's get to our fucking
introducing
guests.
guests. What did you say, Matt?
Let's get to our fucking guests.
Oh, why are you so angry though?
Because I
Let's
want to
talk
hear.
about that
I-
first.
I think. I told you this
Why
already.
are you so angry?
You said that they had a list of embarrassing stories.
Such a long list.
And I said that it was my goal to get through all of them on this episode.
right.
Off to a
And
bad start.
You're not doing well.
Okay, well now I am.
But I don't know. You have anger issues. I think. I think we should address
Let's
them
talk
right now.
about it.
No, let's talk about you.
Hey,
Billy.
stop! Stop hitting me! Ow!
Matt, stop hitting our guests. We're
Stop
trying to get
hitting
through
your
all their
guests.
stories.
I can't help it.
Maybe Jeff's right.
All right, Billy and Pigman, can you guys take it away, please?
Please.
Hi, we're back.
And he's backwards.
Backwards
and
and
I'm
pin
Pig
peg.
Pen.
And we're double.
Did you just say pin peg?
I think I did.
Pin
Where's
peg.
your rim shot? Oh, there it is. Rim shot.
I'm pin peg now.
Pin peg?
Pin
and
peg.
Don't
penguin.
say rim shot, Matt.
Yeah.
It's what it's fucking called.
Don't appropriate Jeff's culture.
My culture.
He comes from a long line of drummers.
Yeah.
just do the rim shot for comedians.
Dun-dun.
Pigpen, you're a drummer, right?
I am.
Talk about your drumming.
I play mostly black metal.
That's what I saw.
That's cool.
I cyber stalked you or whatever they call it. I looked you
Wait,
up on
what?
Facebook. Yeah. No, well, I mean, I just looked her up on Facebook, and yeah, like it looked like black metal stuff. So you're in a few bands, or
I have been, but not right now. Obviously, like with the trail and and stuff, it wasn't really possible. So actually, this is the longest break I've ever taken from
Oh,
playing
shit.
drums,
Holy
and
fuck.
I'm gonna get back into it. I'm gonna bring my drums down here.
nice.
Sweet.
Nice.
Do you have embarrassing band stories or gig stories?
Oh, I have one very embarrassing band
Here
story.
we go.
I have so I played in a band and basically caused the downfall of this band.
Yeah.
Because we had been playing together since high school, and so we'd been going on for several years. Released an EP.
Nice.
We were playing shows regularly, and we were at a show. We had a show coming up, and the bassist and I decided that we were going to teach each other our parts for one song.
Okay, that sounds fun.
So we were going to surprise the rest of the band by on stage. I would get up from the drum set, and I would take her bass, and she would sit down at the drum set, and nobody would know what was going on. And that did not go over well.
Drums and bass are pretty different.
Yeah, they're pretty different. And it was a disaster.
Oh no!
So we got halfway through the song, it fell apart.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And the rest of the band was trying to get us to just give up on this bit and go back to our own instruments, and we were like, no, start the song over. And we did it again, and it fell apart a second time. And it was so bad, the vocalist left the band that night.
Whoa.
Jesus Christ.
That's intense.
Well, good riddance.
It was
The vocalist left the band.
it was
that
a
night.
huge argument. It was like,
I'm actually waiting for the podcast episode that's so bad that we all break up.
Like you guys switch parts, like you're the curmudgeon and Jeff's the guy who likes
Or like
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
It just doesn't shut the fuck up.
And I'll just sit and say nothing except for one word and then pause forever.
Oh, I wish.
I'll start a million sentences that sound like they're gonna go somewhere and let them just go nowhere.
I think that's just called a conversation, Molly. Usually in a conversation, other people talk too.
Yeah, and that's you.
No, I said a full fucking statement earlier. I said they have a cool microphone. That's a full sentence. I didn't stop mid-sentence. I didn't just... Yeah, and...
Is this the episode? Big Ben, you broke up the podcast.
You're breaking us up.
Hell no, you guys are stuck
sorry
with me
guys,
for
I
life.
tend to do that.
That's fine.
We're gonna still be doing this podcast in our 70s, baby.
All right, Billy, what about your band story?
Yeah, what's your band story?
Or just tell any story.
Oh, Billy got kicked out of band.
Oh yeah, in high school.
I was there.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
In high school, yeah. I got kicked out of marching band.
For what?
Yes.
Why?
Talking.
I guess insubordination or
Yeah.
whatever.
There's three of us talking and laughing, and the guy freaked out and pointed out Billy for some reason and kicked Billy out and said, "Don't come back. Get out of here."
I was
Don't
the
come
bad
back."
boy of the
Jesus.
marching band.
That makes sense. That tracks.
Oh no.
People in their fucking breaking points.
And it was pretty embarrassing for me because, I was just riding my bike home. I think I actually had a car at that point. So either I rode my bike or drove my car home. I forgot which. And my dad had decided, he was in the neighborhood, and he was like, oh, it's about time for his band practice to end. The first time he'd ever gone by band practice to kind of try to pick me up and take me to lunch or something. And so my dad shows up, and everybody thinks that I ran home and cried to my pops. I had no idea this was happening. And then they're like, oh, yeah, well, Billy got kicked out. And my dad's like, what? And he's screams at the band director in front of everybody. And so apparently the band director almost shit his pants.
Wait, my parents were the type that if I ever got kicked out of something, it was Molly, what the fuck did you do?
Yeah, for sure.
It was always Molly, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
my
it was
parents,
never the teacher's
My
fault.
parents would have gone home and been like, are you fucking
Well, I was a
kidding
good
me?
boy, and I think you were just kind of the kind of
I got
kid
kicked
who
off
got
the
in
track
trouble.
team for slacking, but I was just slow. I was trying as hard as I could.
That's embarrassing.
That's so sad.
I was actually trying really hard, and I got kicked out halfway through practice. She said, don't come back. You're slacking. You've been slacking all season. And I was
Oh,
like,
man.
oh, I just suck.
Do you still run?
No. But I do. I did a stationary bike in my garage today.
Oh,
Good on ya.
Yeah,
very
thank
cool.
you.
Good
Thank
on
you.
ya.
Good on ya.
All right, break out the fucking list, Billy.
So we
Yeah,
were going to
break
talk
out
about
the
trail
list.
stories.
Hell
now that
yeah.
there's 15 minutes left in the pod.
Nah.
we have plenty of time.
Plenty of
Yeah.
This is gonna be an extended episode.
Boom.
Fuck yeah, baby.
Na ba noom. Na 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 me.
Boom da na doom da da.
Is this corn?
Boom da da doom da 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 da. Boom da 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 da.
Hell yeah.
Go.
You set that up for that?
This reminds me.
Because you said it was sponsored by corn.
That ad was that we did, not the whole episode.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they actually only sponsor the ads.
Yeah, they sponsor the ads, not the podcast.
All right, Billy.
They sponsor the
Dude
ads.
doesn't know how ads work.
But that kind of metal shit sounds like something one of our good friends we met on the trail named Zone.
Zone?
His name was Zone.
Okay.
And he was one of the
That sounds
coolest
like him.
drifters we met.
He was named after a calzone.
Hell yeah.
Drifter was named for a calzone.
That sounds like Molly's name is probably a food, like
Yeah.
crab or something.
Yeah.
Oh, it would be like mashed potatoes for sure.
Molly is actually short for macaron and Molly. Fuck. Fuck me.
I think it'd be shoe tots because someone would find out that she had mashed potatoes in her shoes.
Yeah, they call me old foot mash.
Ooh, that's a good one.
All right, what about old Zoni?
Molly is actually named after Molly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her real name is
Always
fucking
rolling.
Yeah, I'm always rolling,
Skipjack.
baby. Yeah.
But, but he was one of the best drifters we met out on the trail, and that's one of the things when you're out there is you meet drifters.
What's the difference between a drifter and someone who's just doing the trail?
I had the exact same question.
Not much.
Do they just don't care if they get to the end or not?
Well, they're usually not setting out to do the whole thing, and they're usually just have nowhere else to go. Or
So
they're
they just live on the trail?
yeah, or just trying to like kill time in like one particular place. So we met this fellow Zone. Like we had come in from a town, I think, and that's where you meet the drifters. When you're
In town, not on the trail.
well, we were in trail, but it's close to town. So
Okay.
within like the first like day's hike or so.
They stay on the outskirts.
Yeah, and
Those are the ones who will get you.
Yeah.
You know?
you gotta
That's
watch out
stereotypical
for the
Jeff.
drifters.
They're really nice
I
people.
think drifters
Whatever. I
are
didn't say
getcha.
what race they were.
Wait, you threw in race.
You don't
No
need to
one said a word
stop
about
being
race.
racist, Matt. Sorry.
Damn, always about race with this guy. Our pal Zone. So we come up and it's
Pal zone, I love that.
we come in and it's nighttime and we find this camp and it's really late and we hear this dog barking off in the distance and we come up and this pit bull runs right up at us
Whoa.
on the trail and then we meet Zone and he's like, hey, don't worry about her, she's cool. And this guy, he looked like you know how like the genie looks in Aladdin?
Yes.
With
Yeah.
like the little goatee
Yeah.
and
He
the
was
little
blue?
dangly earrings, everything but the blue.
Oh.
Kind of sound like me.
And he had like the worst tattoos I ever seen. They all looked like they were like done with just I don't know,
Like
by
prison
himself.
style?
Like a pocket
Not
knife?
even prison style.
Not even prison level.
You couldn't even get that in
Below.
prison.
It looked like he like definitely did them all himself. And there was one detail about one of the tattoos he had, which Angelica's doll from the Rugrats cartoon.
Cynthia.
Yeah, he had a Cynthia head tattooed on him.
Ugh.
Oh.
Looked, amongst other things, and he wore these weird genie pants.
Oh.
What?
Genie pants.
This is a
I think
very
we met a
interesting-
genie.
He's like these really baggy. So
He's like, wait a minute. He did offer me 3 wishes. You're right.
Except for his pajamas. His pajamas were a pair of huge overalls with nothing underneath them.
You got intimate enough with this guy to.
See his
well,
pajamas?
no,
Yeah.
well, we ended up having to wake him up. Like he was just out on the trail. He had this giant tent that someone had given him, like one of those like
He stole it.
one of those ones that weighs like 10 pounds that the homeless people will live in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause they're the big crappy ones. And,
Not homeless if you live in a tent.
Yeah, your tent.
and yeah, that's the home. But and so we got in late. We have to do a bear hang, right? And so
What's that mean?
That means you have to hang your food up by a branch so that
we should have all guessed before.
a bear can't get it, right?
Nice.
And so we're all
Not
around.
the kind of bear hang I've been doing.
Right?
I was like bear hung.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's my go-to search.
So
Hung
we
bear.
see. So we see this. So we see this. There's really a pain in the ass to find bear hangs a lot of the time because you need like a horizontal branch that's like 12 feet high up, and a lot of times it's just a pain in the ass to get something that you can like throw something over to hoist your stuff.
A rock?
Yeah, well, you can use anything, but it's like the branches won't be low enough.
Oh, right.
So they'll either be like super fucking high up, or that they'll be like way too close to the tree, or there's some other thing. So we see this pack, and this old ass pack had been just hanging from this branch. And so I was like, fuck it. Well, we're going to hang our food up by that one. And our food bags are super heavy. And so throw it over, start pulling it up, and it's going to be sharing the branch with this other pack. And then I'm pulling it and I hear a crack.
Oh, no.
And then I just say, fuck it. I just pull it again. This huge ass branch just fucking falls down.
Shit.
Crash.
Wait, it wasn't just the branch that fell down though. The tree broke at the trunk.
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
The trunk
shit.
broke and the whole
The whole
Tree.
Whole tree fell.
Yeah.
Okay,
Damn.
that's a pretty
Billy,
big
you're
branch.
strong.
this massive pack falls down.
Must be a hung bear.
And knowing that, and I look at the pack and I'm like, it looks like a 20-year-old piece of junk. And I'm like, this has to be the Drifter's pack. And, he was a charismatic, nice guy. And so I'm like, shit, man. Now I got to worry about finding another bear hang. We got to hang this guy's pack and our shit. And so we eventually find another hang. We hang this huge pack, and it weighed probably like 30 pounds.
Damn. Because he had that big tent in it.
Not including all the shit. Well, he's sleeping in the tent.
Oh, shit. So it would have been 40 pounds.
So we go up
Thanks for keeping track.
into his tent. We're like, hey, Zone. And he's like, yeah, man, what's up? We're like, hey, we knocked your pack down, but we hung it back up for you. He's like, oh, okay, hold on a second. And when he's coming out of his tent, it just like sounds like comedically disheveled.
Yeah, he had a guitar in there, and he also had like pots and pans and stuff. So it sounded like it was like a cartoon. Like you just hear like rustling around in there, and just like pans clanging and banging, and like the guitar like reverberating and like strumming.
Like when the monkeys are in the camp in Tarzan.
Yeah, basically.
I don't think it sounded like that, man.
Yeah.
Just one clang.
No, several clangs.
And so, but he was a chill, cool dude. And that night, I think we slept under the stars, and then it started raining at like 3 a.m. So we had to, put our tents up really quick. But the next morning, he had this beautiful like pit bull. It was such a sweet dog. And we hung out with Zone in this pit bull because we like to sleep in. And he had just the craziest stories about like how of his drifter lifestyle. And
He's a drifter.
we really appreciated that. And then like when he left actually before us, and his pack was insane. And like it like was like sticking like 4 feet above his head. And most of it weighed like 100 pounds, had a fucking guitar strapped on the back.
Yeah, his pack was so heavy when we were trying to rehang it, because I think he had like a big bag of dog food in there because he had his dog with him.
right.
And also like I think there was some kind of like a cast iron.
It seemed
pan
like there
or
was a
something.
skillet. Like I just had a feeling there was a cast iron skillet in there.
Oh my god.
And then so yeah. Just like that. And then so the next day, and then we eventually like leave camp, and we end up passing Zone, probably about a half mile, and he is like sitting on the side of the trail, and he goes, how much longer does it go up? like uphill, and we're like, I don't know, man. I think maybe it goes downhill in a little bit, but then it probably goes back up.
It's like the stock market, you know.
And,
Or
goes
mountains.
up,
Bode
it
well
goes
on
down.
the AT.
Yeah, it's like mountains.
and then so later on in the day, we're hiking, and we get to the shelter, and some people are eating lunch there who are also through hikers. And then another guy comes up. He's like, "Man, did you see that guy on the trail? Just all of his shit everywhere, just laying in the middle of the trail. Oh no! Has all of his shit everywhere, playing the shittiest guitar I've ever heard." And I was like, "Oh, you saw Zone? Awesome! He's
saw that.
And then this guy was like, clams up, like, "Uh-oh, I offended your friend. Who knows this guy?"
And you're like, "No, I hate that
middle of
fucking
the
drifter."
trail.
We're like, oh yeah, that's our buddy.
We love it.
Zone.
He's named after a calzone.
We love Zone. Zone rocks.
He also showed me his collection of opals that morning.
Nice.
What are opals?
He really brought it all on the trail.
What are opals?
Yeah,
what's an
that's
opal?
what a
Like
drifter does.
rocks.
It's a rock,
It's like a precious gem.
a milky gem.
Oh, milky gem.
Yeah, they look milky. It's Eva. Eva's engagement ring is an opal. Have
Yeah.
you seen Eva's
Ooh.
engagement ring?
No.
You pay no attention to your friend. Oh my!
I haven't
God.
seen Eva in a while.
You saw her last night.
Yeah.
I don't think she was there.
I'm just kidding.
Oh no, me, not Eva. Sorry.
You guys have the same face, right?
I like just getting little snippets of Freak on a Leash.
Looking like a freak on a leash.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Wrong song, Molly.
I always want to do.
Wrong band.
No, but it's right there, recommended on the right.
Yeah, it was.
Get up and down with sickness.
Next story.
Can you feel that?
Ah, shit. Oh,
Okay, what's a fun one? Have you guys ever heard of the 12 tribes?
No.
No.
Like in the Bible?
Is it?
It's a religious cult.
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay.
So
Tell me more. I've been actually very into religious cults.
I love a
recently.
cult.
So they're this cult that they're some division of Christianity. They believe in like hard work and homophobia. And,
The two H's.
and but they run this hostel in Vermont,
Okay.
in Rutland, and they have all these restaurants around the world even, and they're called the Yellow Deli, and amazing sandwiches.
I
First
love
off,
that.
You can really taste
Yeah, it
the
was like the
homophobia.
best food ever.
Okay, what is it about homophobes
so
that
good.
make such good
They make
sandwiches?
good, they make good sandwiches.
We've got Chick-fil-A.
I know.
Oh,
And we
got
got
the-
yellow
Yeah, yellow.
collar,
Papa John's.
Yeah,
Pizza's
yeah.
kind of like a sandwich, right?
You're right.
but their pizza sucks. They're like the worst.
Oh, wait, never mind.
That's
Okay.
I think they're just
Also, how is pizza like a sandwich?
I don't know, Molly.
Well, it's got bread involved.
It's open
It's
face.
dough. It's not bread.
You can fold it in half.
Is
I don't
it
know.
cake a sandwich? Anyway,
Anything can be a sandwich if you call it that.
so
I have
it's-
nipples. Can you sandwich me?
Yeah.
So what's really great about this place is that they have this free hostel above the restaurant, and they have clean sheets and pillows, which is something
Is that advertised on the?
well, it's like you
outside?
can't even get that at hostels that you pay for. And they have like laundry and these nice facilities, and it's like a great place if you're a hiker. And
Unless you're gay.
and well, you can be gay, but they just won't ask you to join.
Or lazy.
Or you can be black or Asian or whatever, but I don't think that you'd be very welcome there. I'm sure they will let you stay, right? They'll let anybody
But they won't
stay.
ask you to join the cult.
Yeah.
Oh, got it.
And
Damn.
what they do is they'll feed you breakfast the next morning,
That's how they get you.
and then they'll be like, "Hey, you want to see the farm?" And you're you're thinking,
no.
"Oh, cool farm." But if you go to the farm, you're going to be working all day. They'll feed you, but you'll be working as well.
Did you get sucked into that, or
No.
did someone
Did you get-
warn you?
We got warned, yeah.
They said don't go to the farm.
Yeah. But so anyway, so we ended up taking a zero there actually because I mean, places like that were just so few and far between, and they weren't like evangelizing at all. They're just like kind of like quiet, like reserved people, and it's a very like clean and orderly kind of place. But it's also very chill, but there's no alcohol.
But like darkness lurks beneath it.
Nice.
Suppose.
Kind of like The Village in The Village.
Yeah.
The titular village.
Yeah, a little bit like that.
Yeah.
But so I
What?
Do you want to come to the farm? Farm time! Fresh. We got cows. Butter.
My favorite part's coming up.
And the cows, they go, moo, 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 moo. Moo, moo,
but
Wah!
I made a pretty embarrassing faux pas.
a fupa.
At the deli?
Yeah, in the hostel. So that night we were hanging out, and I mean, it's a pretty nice place. And me and Piggy were sitting in like the common room where they have like a little kitchenette, and we're sitting there with a couple other hikers. And I like, me and Pigpen are there. And I'm like, yeah, Pigpen, this is a great place. You know, I love this place. And let's just join the cult. I said that out loud in front of everyone.
They can hear it.
And within earshot of...
Oh, no.
And I was like, I don't know, did they hear me? Just refer to
You
the places.
dumbass.
What was your response?
And then everybody just went dead silent.
And I was like, oh no, it's gonna happen. Did they hear that? Are they gonna come and like sweep us away at night? Do they know they have to know it's a cult, right?
You can't say the C word, though.
They're
Yeah,
like,
it's when you say it.
You
If
can't
you
admit
say cult to someone who's involved in a cult, it's a trigger. They'll get real
Yeah.
mad.
Yeah.
It's not a
just
cult.
fly off the
Yeah.
handle.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
exactly like a cult.
Yeah.
They definitely did a lot more talking about their beliefs the next day, though.
Oh.
Yeah, the next morning at breakfast, it started off like innocuous enough, just like, oh, where are you from? And it's like, and then there was one guy who was like, and they all are bearded, and he looked pretty intense, but he's like, yeah, just in the city, is there a lot of homelessness there? Yeah, it seems like that's kind of a blight caused by modern society and people not being able to work.
blight.
And we believe in work and hard work, and that hard work makes you close to God, and
Nice.
like all this stuff.
Hard work makes you close to God. That
Yes.
sounds very bad.
But butt stuff gets you further away.
Yeah, that makes you go really hard.
we have a chart. You see,
Yeah, it's 2
On
steps
the
forward,
left.
1 step back.
There's one guy who's really into butt stuff, and we let it go because he's our hardest
He
worker.
works so hard.
He works
it
so
evens
hard.
out.
He works hard at the butt stuff too.
Yeah, he goes hard. Work hard, play hard. Work hard, butt hard.
But
Work hard, butt hard. That's what I always say.
it was but it's like such a for hikers who are broke, you know, and like they want a nice place to stay.
Right.
Like, and they say like 3 days max, but you can just ask and they'll let you stay longer. And like you could stay there indefinitely, you know, provide like you chip in, I guess, because one of
Gotta
our
work
friends,
hard.
trail named Jimmy Dean, he
how do you get that name?
I don't know. His name is Jimmy.
No, his name is Dean.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
So,
I thought he had a breakfast sandwich.
but you know, he was like, he's a big dude, but he's like a pot farmer from Oregon, so he wasn't down with all this bullshit, right? Like in their bathrooms there, in the deli, the bathrooms actually, instead of men and women, it says whatever you are on each door.
Oh.
As in, like, it's kind of like on the surface, it's like, oh, we're open and stuff.
Right.
So when the patrons come in and they don't know necessarily it's run by this cult, and they just like know they have good sandwiches and really cool decor. They're like,
Really
they're
cool.
like, oh, you know, whatever you are.
They're
But
so
then
open-minded.
once you get to know them, you're like, oh, okay. And it's also, Jimmy Dean was telling us that that they're racist out of love, not hate. And that was one of the things the guy said to him. And they have all these like delicious juices at the bar. And they have this like during breakfast, right? So they have like multiple different types. They have like 3 different types.
Yeah.
And so Jimmy Dean is like helping himself to juice. And the guy comes up to him and is like, see, these juices are each delicious by themselves. And you wouldn't want to mix them because then they wouldn't be different. And then Jimmy, like,
Jesus.
he just like takes his glass and puts each one in there. And he's like, that's actually way better than
Oh my God. See?
Yeah, but hit up the Yellow Deli. It's really, really good sandwiches.
Oh
I'm
my
telling you,
God.
it's insane.
I love
Yeah.
how like the guy's like trying to justify his racism with like a juice analogy.
With a juice bar.
Hit up the Yellow Deli, but make sure you get out after.
Yeah.
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 Holy
Eat
fuck.
and run.
So we were there for 2 nights, and those, the places like that are few and far between. I think there were like 3 places on the trail where they're run by churches.
Yeah.
And there was one in, where's that, Delaware Water Gap, which is in New York. There's this church that's right by the trail where you can like sleep in their basement in the back. And they just have bunks, but there's like a strict no alcohol policy.
Yeah.
And but no one gave a shit. Like we were smoking blunts and drinking beer outside. And it was like
Nice.
being very disrespectful to their policy. And then and then like
Good on you.
like there was no one from the church was coming by, so and I wasn't drinking inside, just outside. And then
Just outside.
and most people were just drinking beer outside, not bringing it in.
Right.
But then the next morning, someone from the church came by to like straighten things up, and she's like, "Who is drinking these beers?"
Oh no.
And all these hikers were just like, "It wasn't us. I don't know. I mean, I think they left already or something." And she's like, "Well, geez, if the minister came down here, he'd kick everyone out."
Eey.
But
Ew.
yeah, so they're a little bit those places, but
Did Zero stay at the cult
who zone?
zone?
Yeah, you said 0 earlier.
Well, no,
there
I
another?
said zone.
You said you took 0 to the deli.
Oh no, I took a 0. We took a 0 day means a day you don't hike.
Oh.
You can't just say this shit like we're gonna know what the fuck that means.
No, we wanted to guess.
I
like
was
bear
wondering
hum.
who Ziri was.
I know. It's like, 0 sounds cool. What's his thing?
What's
How did he
his
get
name
his
after?
name?
No, Zone got off the trail after trail days early on.
What are trail days?
Trail days is a huge
It's a festival.
hiker
Oh.
We learned
festival.
about it in
That's
the
right.
first episode.
Yeah, you gotta watch
Mhm.
the first step.
And,
Of course, Jeff watched it.
Trail Days was awesome, and we saw Zone there,
Nice.
and I was like, Zone! And this is probably like maybe 100 miles after or something. Maybe he got in a hitch there, but they have all sorts of like hiker services because through hikers will come through there. And it's awesome. There was they have this 3 days where they call it Tent City, where some people are through hikers, some people are just people who come into town for the festival, but it's this huge just field of tents and then backwoods full of tents, just elaborate setups. And so to kind of cater to these people, they have these like FEMA trailers with laundry and showers.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's a dream come true for a drifter like Zone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Are there any people that you keep in touch with now, like after you've done the trail?
not really. I mean, I don't really have that kind of personality
Yeah.
What?
where I keep up with people.
Okay, that's a fair answer.
Okay.
I would imagine a lot of people aren't into that on the trail anyways. They're just like, hey, I'm on the trail. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Glad
Never
to spend
see
time
you
with you and
again.
then never see you again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, well, maybe I think probably we'll go to Trail Days this coming spring.
And you might run into them there. Again.
Yeah. That's what they do. They'll have like hiker kind of reunions, and so when they have the hiker parade, then there'll be like every class from each year will like organize.
Wait, there's a hiker parade?
Yeah,
Isn't that just like what you do the whole time you're on the trail?
I guess so.
Or walking.
This is what we do. We're just doing what we do best.
Yeah.
We walked around so much during trail days. It was almost like more exhausting than a day of hiking.
Oh yeah.
But there was one of the nights we were like hanging out drinking, and then we like wandered around. We found this random like beautiful campfire. It was left unattended.
It was the
And
most picturesque campfire I ever saw.
it was
No one was
beautiful, and
sitting-
no one was there. So it was in somebody's campsite, but we just went and sat down around the fire, and they came out and they were like, "Hey, welcome." They were giving us beers, and then
Nice.
they like rolled a joint, and we were like smoking with them. And then I had to get up and go to the bathroom, so I was going to go. Normally I would just go in the woods, but there were people like everywhere, and there were porta potties on like the outskirts of the woods. So I was like, I'm going to go and find the porta potties. But at that point I was so drunk and so high, I like had no idea where I was going. So I was just like wandering around, and I was just like, I wasn't really worried about getting there. I just walked probably in like 20 or 30 minutes. I eventually stumbled upon the porta potties. I went to the bathroom, and there was a half full beer in the porta potty.
Uh-oh.
And I had this idea. I was like, that's so funny. I'm going to like take this back to the campfire and pretend it's like a great find. And that I'm like drinking this porta potty beer, and everyone's going to think it's like such a funny joke. And so I'm walking back, and it takes me like another half hour to get back. I was like,
It's like
I wandered through somebody's campsite and like into a river, and these people, and I'm here like barefoot and like wasted, and the people are just like watching me like wander through the woods into the river, and they're like, "Hey, are you looking for the tent city? It's over that way." And I was like, "Yeah, I know where I'm going." I'm just like start wading into the river, and then I'm like, "Wait, I don't want to be crossing the river." So I just like wade back out of the river, back across
I know where I'm going.
their campsite, and I'm like, "Yeah, I do want to go this way, thanks." And then just like wander away. Eventually, I've been gone for like an hour, and I'm like, I don't even know if I'm going to know like what I'm looking for. Like, I don't remember where this campsite was that we just randomly sat down at.
It's such a labyrinth of like tents and just like shit everywhere. There's like, it's not organized at all. So you just have to like wander around to get anywhere.
Jesus.
And I wasn't worried at all. I think I zoned out.
Yeah, I eventually like I found the campsite, and I sat back down, and I was like, "Hey, look at this beer! I found it in the porta potty." and he was, and like nobody else heard me, but he was just like, "You took that beer from the porta potty? That's pretty gross." He was like, "Are you drinking that?" And I was like, "Well, no, it was supposed to be a joke." And it was like nobody thought it was funny at all.
Everyone's like, gross. Don't drink that.
Oh God.
Yeah, it was like I could see if we were actually, say, at a shelter site or something where beer would be scarce. We're at trail days. It's a huge fucking party. There's beer everywhere.
Right.
It's not hard to get approved.
If we were at a shelter and we found a beer in the privy, we would 100% drink it.
You're like, hell yes. Yeah.
Like, there's no doubt about that at all.
That's so funny.
Like, does this taste a little bit like urine to you?
Like, whatever.
Maybe a little
Alcohol
bit.
kills germs. Who cares?
I love that kind of feeling. I know exactly how it is. I do that shit all the time where I think something's really hilarious. But everyone's
And then everyone's
Yeah.
so serious about it.
Yeah, have you ever listened to an episode of this podcast?
Actually, at work yesterday, I was just being silly because everybody was so fucking morose. So I just put a piece of Scotch tape like around my nose, like on top of my nose, and then I would just go up and people would be like, "I can't answer your question because you have a piece of tape on your nose." And I'm like, "Huh? Oh, what? I don't, being
Yeah.
stupid." And they're like, "No, seriously, can you take that off?" And I'm like, "It's just a fun thing." They're like, "No, it's really distracting." Like, okay, you fucking assholes. I'll take the
God.
Scotch tape off my nose. Fuck.
I love doing dumb shit all the time.
Hell
to be
yeah.
dumb is my favorite.
Oh.
It's very fun.
All right, well, We've actually not gotten through the list at all. And
God
we've
damn it.
reached
How many
the end
stories
of
do you have
another
left?
episode.
Only a couple more.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Only a couple more.
it's the best for last, but
We'll do
whatever.
part
We'll get
3.
to it.
Part 3.
Yeah, we'll have to bring it back for part 3
Part 3.
of the saga.
Okay.
Part 3 of the Drifter
Part 3.
saga.
I may have to cancel Saturday recordings with Jeff because
Part-
Jeff, you are most hungover on Saturdays. Have you ever known that about yourself?
Yeah.
Saturdays are rough.
Because Friday, I'm like, hell yeah.
Weekend.
I can sleep in tomorrow. I can
Yeah.
stay up.
Yeah.
I'm the same.
I'm not hungover. That was a lie.
We're gonna
I'm
record
just
tomorrow.
a hung bear.
All right. Well, this has been another whirlwind episode of How Embarrassing with Molly and Jeff. I just want to plug really quick December 16th
What's going on then?
at Generic Theater in Norfolk, Virginia at 9 p.m. There is a show called Titty Titty Bang Bang, and it is all women comedy show. It's a variety show. We've got sketch, we've got improv, and we've got stand-up. And we've got some fun surprises. There's going to be booze there.
Booze.
Which
you in
we
it?
Love. I'm in it.
Hopefully not too
so
many
it-
booze from the audience.
Oh.
It is a show that me and Alex Weller, friend of the pod, have organized together, and we've got a kick-ass cast, and you'll hear more about it on our next episode.
Did you
too.
write?
I wrote it.
You wrote the whole show.
You wrote
Yeah,
the whole
I wrote
thing?
everything. No, we all kind of collaborated, co-wrote a bunch of stuff, and came up with some fun like improv games and whatnot.
No
it's gonna be
way.
fun.
Are there any sketches
Very
about
cool.
me in it?
Yeah, they're actually all about you.
The whole show's about Matt.
We're changing the name to Matt Cole.
Maddie, ding ding.
Maddie Ting Ting.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, all the worms out there.
Wait,
God.
Billy needs to plug
Yeah,
something.
can you like treat our guests
Oh my
with respect?
God.
Oh my god.
You just told a 3-minute plug, and then you're gonna just ignore the
I know,
guests.
like I don't have anything going on.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like you're the only one. Yeah. Fucking. I'm gonna plug corn.
No, see, this is why Molly tries to get to the end because as soon as it gets to you, you're like, I want to play good. I
I'm gonna plug corn with a K.
Billy, you got anything going on?
What's your plugging?
No.
You're going to be on a podcast on Monday.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be on the Mighty Blue podcast.
Well, what the fuck is that?
What was that? What
It's
is
an
that?
Appalachian Trail podcast.
No way.
Whoa.
Okay.
Oh.
Have you listened to it yet?
No, we haven't recorded it yet.
No, but
I mean,
Is this the first episode?
it's called The Mighty Blue, and so just look out for that. I don't know when it's going to be.
okay. Is this the
But-
first episode?
This is
No,
one and only
no.
episode of this
So,
podcast.
Have you listened to other episodes?
I listened to like one episode.
The Mighty Blue.
Let me on the Mighty Blue on the Appalachian Trail podcast,
Cool.
and it's done by this dude who I think he did it when he was like old as shit or something. This British guy. And so
British.
It
We were
was
saying you can't say cult earlier. You can't say the C word. You can say it in Britain.
oh cool. Good to know. Well, I'll talk about the cult with this
Okay.
guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it was crazy. He actually had a pre-interview for the podcast.
Nice.
Isn't that
Yeah.
wild? He,
That's
like-
great.
He, like,
There's
had notes and
350
shit.
episodes.
That's crazy.
There's 350 episodes of this, Billy.
Yeah.
He's been doing this for a long time. This is pretty
Yeah.
legit. You
I
need to
guess
prepare
so.
for this.
Oh my God, what am I gonna say?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Just be yourself.
Can you
Find
give me some
out.
Is Pigpen?
embarrassing stories?
Pigpen, are you going to be on it too, or?
No, just
Oh.
Billy.
Well, maybe I could ask him. That'd be fun, right?
That's a good angle, like finding love on the trail. I mean,
Yeah.
he would love that.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's probably because he was like.
but they already did the pre-interview.
Why would you? Why would you say that people tend to find?
oi.
Is that his actual accent?
He's yes. He
Oh, okay.
No, it's more dignified than.
Okay,
I
there you go.
do. Something like
He doesn't talk like Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Molly, do you have anything?
I
to
love
plug?
you, Batman.
I already did my plugs. I'm trying to go home and build a couch.
Fuck off. Wait, you bought a couch
Yes,
Without
it got
us?
delivered.
and you didn't bring it to the podcast dungeon?
Okay, do you want my old couch for the dungeon?
Yes.
Why didn't I think of this before?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Where's the old couch now?
I have a couch.
Yeah. Well, if
It's
you
an
bring it,
L
I'll bring
couch, but I think it would work.
it. Okay, then bring it.
It would
I
fit
would
in
love
here
to take
quite
back-
nicely.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's got a chase part of it.
Yeah, we just
Chaz.
bought it today.
Okay. All right. Well, check out.
Matt, you want to plug anything?
Yeah, Pushing Dragons. When is it?
Oh.
I don't know.
December.
December something. But we actually have news. We're going to be at MarsCon
Yeah.
in January.
Oh,
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're doing cons.
At 10:30 p.m., which I guess the anime...
Where is that?
They stay up
Cons.
late, those
I don't know.
freaks.
Hampton? I don't know, actually.
All right.
I have no idea.
More info to come.
More
So
to
is it
come.
like just about space travel, Mars? What the?
I don't
think
know.
it's
just nerds.
just a
I don't
nerd
know.
thing.
Sci-fi shit?
Yeah.
That sounds fucking stupid.
I love
Dungeons and
sci-fi.
Dragons isn't really sci-fi.
We could do it as a sci-fi.
That's
roleplay
true. You
thing.
can do anything you want.
Okay.
Maybe you could have a sci-fi
Back
twist.
to you, Molly.
You can do anything you want.
Molly, do you have like a show coming up or something?
Jeff, we already did plugs. Let the podcast end.
I have something I'd like to plug.
I hate you.
The Virginia Lottery.
Is pretty cool. You can possibly win millions of dollars.
I will absolutely leave. Also, corn.
Corn, for sure. Let's go back to
Corn. Oh my god.
I'm just
He was gonna say freak on a leash.
I'm just a freak on a leash.
Thanks.
All right, Molly, you may end the podcast now.
So Titty Titty Bang Bang.
Oh my god. Okay,
Molly-
everybody.
Molly wrote the whole show.
I didn't write the whole show, but I did write a couple of sketches.
She's nervous no one's gonna
We had some
go.
improv. Well, actually, our ticket sales are pretty good for still being 2 weeks out from the show.
She's
So-
pressuring people at
Make
work
sure
to buy
you-
tickets.
Yeah, make sure you pre-buy a ticket if you can, to ensure you have a seat, because it is a pretty limited venue space. And to all the little worms out there, until next time,
Corn.
keep
Squiggling.
wiggling. Good God.
I don't like sitting over here, Molly.
We'll make sure I'll do it right next time.
Great. That was fun.
Thanks so much for listening to How Embarrassing Podcast. Go on podcast production. If you have an embarrassing story like the big guest and How Embarrassing, send us an email at howembarrassingpodcast@gmail.com.
Tits,
Toots.
balls.